Sometimes what you don't know you want turns out to be the best thing for you. I did not see the value in watermarkers. They were awful on paper. Now they are among my favorite art media to use. This company, ZSCM, and their website is zscmfuture.com, just sent me the most beautiful set of 130 watermarkers. And there's something very special about these that other marker sets that I've gotten have ignored. So here's the case, and it opens up to my reds and my blues. And then it flips down. Here's my pinks and my blues. And it opens up. You have your yellows and greens. And then your purples. But what I love the most out of this set, look at all those skin tones. Literally, this is the largest selection of skin tones I've seen in any one of these sets. And they work great. Now, I'm going to do a demo today for you. So I've been gone for a week, and I probably should have said something on here, done a short video, but it's been a very long time since I've had a break. I thought maybe I could just sneak away for a week. Now, realizing in hindsight, my life has been a little upside down this past year, and you guys were with me all the way, but not every time I disappear, something bad has happened. And yes, something happened over the week, but it wasn't necessarily bad. 8 days ago, I opened up my back door and a cat walked in. I knew this cat was different. It wasn't a stray. Although it was skinny and a little dirty and it just felt a little dehydrated. And what was I going to do? There's a cat in my house. I've owned exactly 2 cats in my life, and I love them deeply. And when the last one passed away, it was like my baby. I realized that I didn't want another cat because that cat would not be my cat. Although I love all animals, my husband and I decided that we were not going to replace my last cat. So I didn't even know I wanted a cat. And this cat walked into my life and walked into my daughter's life, who madly fell in love with it. Being as friendly as it was and as sweet as it was, had to have been owned by somebody. It wasn't our cat. We were just the temporary guardians of this cat. And I put out flyers. I went and did the whole internet find your cat posts on every social media that I can find. There's a lot of Facebook groups and a lot of rescue groups that you can go on, and they're pretty darn serious about finding the owners of the cat. Around the 3rd day, when we decided, well, if we weren't going to find the owners, we would keep the cat, owners did show up. It turned out to be a friend of mine's cat. It wasn't some random stranger's cat, which was really weird. You know, with COVID, I haven't seen anybody in years, and I didn't know they had a cat. And apparently they did, and that's whose cat it was. And boy, was Darcy relieved when she found out it was me who had her cat. And that was that. 2 days later, we were still in cat mode. We adopted the most adorable little tiny itsy bitsy baby. So cute. And it's a girl, and her name is Olive. When I first got my original cat, and one of the reasons I didn't want another cat, is I had him from a newborn baby, and I mean newborn. He didn't even have his eyes open. It was it was a stray cat. My son in my neighborhood got really overcrowded with these black and white cats. They were everywhere. It wasn't bad at the beginning, but at the end, it was like these cats, the neighbors couldn't take it anymore because the cats were getting into everything, and they all looked alike, except for like maybe a little different pattern. And they were getting hit by cars because there was so many of them, and they were getting into trash, and they were just, I don't know. And my neighbor found my Oreo. It was in somebody's backyard, and she actually had to wait 24 hours because the people wouldn't allow her in. And she sat there just listening to this poor little kitten crying for its mother, but the mother had thrown him away. And the people in this that owned the yard put him in a shoebox, and only a shoebox, and just kind of hoped that somebody like the mother cat would come back for him, which she never did. A couple days later, listening to this cat scream, my next door neighbor broke into the person's yard and knocked on my door with a box. You're the animal person of the neighborhood, which was true. I was. And I didn't even know I wanted a cat then. I had never owned a cat before. And it didn't take long for me to be completely head over heels in love with this cat. So that was the reason I didn't want a cat. And my husband and I verbally said, we're not getting a cat. Never protest too much. Because you know what's going to happen? You're going to end up with a cat. So I wanted you to meet Olive. Olive is 7 weeks old. And she is now the queen of the family, much to my dog's jealousy. My dog is curious, a little standoffish. The kitten is definitely interested in playing with the dog, but the dog hasn't figured out what the kitten is yet. I know I have said on this channel after my dog passed away, I don't want anything more. I'm downsizing my life. We ended up getting a dog and a cat. At least I share them with my kids. They're not 100% mine. My daughter, but they are mine because I have them most of the time. My kids work and they live here. So at 8 o'clock in the morning, I get the kitten, and which kind of changes my schedule. I'm exhausted at this hour. I get the kitten at 8 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock at night, Monday through Friday. And then I get the dog from Wednesday morning to Saturday night. So basically I have a dog and a cat. But this one is so cute. I just can't resist this cat. And she's too young to have, like, you can't even turn your back on her because she'll get into some sort of trouble. She's right at that age that she's trying to explore. She's trying to, figure things out. Even today, I couldn't find her. I ended up finding her sleeping in my dog's bed. My poor dog sleeping on the floor outside his bed. So, in the meantime, I got a really great thing sent to me. And that's a 130-piece watermarker set. And it came from a company whose name is not a word, and I will put it up on the screen. They sell markers. They sell gel pens too, but they basically sell markers. And I completely changed my mind about water markers. You just have to add that gouache in, and it's like you have a rainbow right at your fingertips. And so I was very excited to get this set. And I thought it was going to be like every other set, no big deal. But this set really, it came in this beautiful case, and the colors, instead of being all florals, which I kind of thought it was going to be, it's not florals. They have a huge, like the best section of portrait colors, and they actually got them right. Like you could do any color combination. You can draw any skin tone with it, and I was like very surprised. Whoever curated this set did a really good job on it. Now, it's a watermarker set, much like every other watermarker set. I can't really pick out anything except for the colors that would be different. They work great with the gouache, and I've showed you that in the past. So I will leave their information in the description box. Check out their website, and there is a discount code, and I'll put the discount code down there also. And with that, I will see you guys in my next video.